I was hungry, so I got a Pop-Tart.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a strawberry-flavored Pop-Tart, and I hate strawberry-flavored stuff. But I have no choice because I'm hungry.
That's true.
Yeah. It's horrible. It's like, it's still food. Well,
Why not donate to the Patreon so Sin can afford different kinds of Pop-Tart?
so,
Yes.
right now, we're gonna talk about a very interesting topic. The NPC Boss Arenas! Yay!
What do these even mean?
Well, basically, because our Boss Arenas
Right.
was an unexpected hit.
I'm still baffled by its success. If I had been in charge of that, I would have said, like, this is unreleasable.
So we're gonna do the same thing, but for NPCs.
Okay, I'm still not entirely sure what this means, but let's go anyway.
Okay.
Do you mean everywhere that an NPC is?
No, I only mean NPCs that fight you.
Okay. What about NPCs that, like, aren't hostile, but you can make them hostile?
No, that doesn't count.
Okay.
It's clearly aggressive NPCs. I guess, okay, it depends. Like, if they're sketchy, then then yeah, they would be part of this. But it's not like Ariana, for example, would not be part of this list. Or
Well, she can't fight you anyway.
so let's start with the afflicted beggar.
Well, okay, but you can fight him in two different places.
Okay, well, we'll talk about two different places.
Okay.
Go.
The first place you can fight the afflicted beggar is on top of the roof of a windmill in Forbidden Woods.
Mm-hmm. And we find him, hunched over corpses eating them or something?
Yeah, he's not the most... It reminds me of, Yurt the Silent Chief. Where in any other game, they would attempt to be, slightly tricksy or subversive. But it's just, he looks incredibly evil, and he is.
Yeah.
Because you expect it to be, this guy looks sketchy, but he's actually good. Or, this guy looks good, but he's actually evil. But in this case, the guy hunched over eating the corpses is just a cannibal.
Yeah.
There's no other level to it.
And what does this arena tell us about him?
Well, you can see around him that there's two corpses. And one of them has these poison knives on it. And he's very, very weak to poison knives. So I think it's meant to be that those two people went up there to try killing him.
Did they succeed?
No, because he's still alive.
That's your interpretation?
It's true. How do we know he's not really dead? If only there was some way to ask him.
Okay. So you were saying you think that they either went to fight him there or somebody went to rescue the other person?
I think that they probably, that family was sheltering there, and then when they realized that guy was a beast, they went up to try killing him, and he killed them both.
Okay.
Mm.
And what's the second place we can fight him?
Outside Erden Chapel.
Well, wait a minute, sorry.
Wait.
So that roof is in the Forbidden Woods.
Yes.
What was he doing there?
He's selling people... Well, not selling them. He's, spreading beast blood pellets around. Try to get people hooked on it.
Why?
Because he's a member of the Healing Church. The Healing Church are trying to do in Forbidden Woods what they did in Old Yarnum. Which is that they went around pushing beast blood on people to see what would happen. So the guy in Forbidden Woods is he's like a dealer. He's dealing beast blood pellets to everybody. Yeah.
So he's like a drug dealer where it's the first one's free.
Yeah, basically, yeah. That's what he's doing.
Uh-huh.
So he was spreading beast blood around Forbidden Woods, and then I guess he gave in to bloodlust and killed that family.
Okay. So what's the second place we can fight him?
Outside Erden Chapel.
Oh, snap!
Why? Why is that oh snap?
I don't know.
Good.
And, so he's outside the chapel because we actually invite him there like an idiot.
Yeah.
And then he starts killing off our NPCs, just like Yurt or the other guy.
Latrak.
Yeah, Latrak.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I guess that arena doesn't say much about him because it's just like a...
Well, no, it says that he can't go in Erden Chapel because of the incense.
Wait, he can't?
No. That's why he waits outside.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, because Erden Chapel's got the incense in it that wards off beasts.
Uh-huh. Or maybe he's like, I heard what happens to people who go in that Odin Chapel. I don't want no slug baby. So he just stays outside like a reasonable human.
It's odd though, because I don't know how he's supposed to have killed the NPCs in there.
Oh, because they're inside.
Yeah, I don't know if he lures them out or something, but yeah, the idea is he can't go in there because of the incense, so he stays outside. Yeah. So do we find their corpses, or do we just No, you just
not
find a pool
them?
of blood in the item they drop.
So he can't lure them because if there's a pool of blood.
Yeah. Maybe he I don't know, and the Chapel Dweller comments on it that it's weird because the Chapel Dweller is just like, oh, that woman you sent here, she's dead now. And he doesn't say how or how he found her. It just happens.
Yeah. Is he blind though?
I don't know. Oh yeah, he is, because the narrow-minded man says, "Beware the blind man."
Oh, I'm a genius.
Although everything the narrow-minded man says is wrong, so maybe he's not blind.
Oh my god. What if, okay, plot twist.
Yeah.
The Chapel Dweller is the one who kills people in the chapel and blames the other guy.
I'm 100% sure that is actually a Reddit thread. And then, when the Chapel Dweller is eventually killed, it's that's the beast guy killing the Chapel Dweller to defend himself. A fitting end for the true villain of Bloodborne.
No, listen, it's the Chapel Dweller faking his own death so he can get away with the crimes he committed.
And then he ends up in Sekiro.
Yes! Okay. So, let's move on to the next NPC.
Mm-hmm.
Alfred, Hunter of Wild-Bloods.
You said that it didn't count if they were, Alfred only fights you if you fight him first.
Okay, but I said if they're sketchy, it counts. When we find him laughing hysterically over the dead queen,
yeah,
I consider that as sketchy.
Yeah, it does raise questions. It's a bit suspicious.
Yeah.
It's part of the Inspector Sinclair mysteries. Because you see Alfred standing over a horribly mutilated corpse, covered in blood and screaming, and you're like, There was something suspicious about him. I couldn't quite put my finger on it. I retired to my study.
Yeah. So, Alfred.
Yes.
Where is the first time we meet him?
He's praying to an executioner-shaped altar in Yharnam.
What does it tell us about him?
Well, it's interesting, because, they go on and on about the executioners coming from a faraway land. But also, there's just a statue of them. Yeah.
Well, maybe that statue was raised after they massacred the Kinehurst castle.
Yeah, maybe.
To show how brave they were rounding up, the women and cutting off their heads.
Yeah.
So it just tells us he's a executioner fanboy.
Yeah.
And then we also find him at the entrance to the Forbidden Woods or something.
Yeah, he hangs around there.
He's just chilling. He's just being sketchy. Yeah. And then the most interesting one, because people were saying that, oh, he's the Solaire of the series, huh?
Yeah.
But then we find out he's not the Solaire of the series because we find him.
But Solaire also, like, goes crazy and tries to kill you.
Okay, but that's one possible ending. It's not like the Solaire ending, and it's an ending where he just, like, outside forces are influencing him.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, this is Alfred.
Yeah.
So where do we find him for the last... Not the last time. Where do we find him where it makes us think that maybe this is not Solaire?
You find him in Annalise's throne room. And he's standing over Annalise's horribly disfigured corpse, holding a wheel, and he's covered in her flesh, and he's screaming and laughing.
Yeah.
So at this point, you probably have a lot of questions. Now, keep in mind, we never actually see him kill her.
Yeah, it's true. One of the questions is that really Alfred?
Well, that's the thing. We don't know for certain.
Because he's wearing the executioner thing.
He is wearing a special hat.
Yeah.
Do you think he wore that as a disguise?
Maybe.
So Annalise didn't know who it was.
Yeah, he's like that guy from Dangayo.
He is! It's the same fucking character arc.
It was me all along. Takes off mask, yeah, we knew it was you. You didn't bother changing your clothes or your voice.
Oh. So, Alfred kills Annalise. But also Annalise doesn't die because she's immortal.
Right.
Yeah. You think he'd know that?
I guess, you know what? I think it just tells us that he thought he was the one. He thought that he could kill her. And, like, fulfill his destiny or whatever.
Yeah.
Of, like...
beating a woman to death with a wheel.
Yeah, it seems to be like a pattern for the executioners, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and at this point, we can kill him.
Yep.
Or...
Well, you can kill him at any point, really.
Well, okay, well, specifically here. Like, we can kill him or we can let him be. And if we let him be...
he dies anyway.
Yeah. And where does he die?
He dies at the altar that we met him at to begin with, and he's put the Crown of Illusions on the altar.
But the thing is, and somebody pointed this out, I can't remember who or where, there's a Crown of Illusions on the altar, whatever, on the statue, but also we have a Crown of Illusions.
Correct.
How does that work?
It's a very good question.
Were there two crowns? Or is one of them fake?
It's a crown of illusions.
Uh-huh.
So maybe one of the crowns is an illusion.
Oh, I see. Maybe there were two Ligarii.
That's the plural.
Yeah, that's the plural of...
Ligarii.
Yes. And each one of them had a crown.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, we know with the cut content there's like at least two.
Here's a good point that makes it even more confusing.
Right?
That's not even Ligarius's crown.
Oh, right.
He takes the crown from Canehurst and puts it on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so really it should be like Ligarius's shawl or something. Not the hat of the guy Ligarius went to kill.
Okay. Plot twist.
Yeah.
Ligarius is actually married to Annalise and is actually the king of Canehurst, but he had a part-time job working as the leader of the executioners from a faraway land. And so when the executioners came to kill Canehurst, he was like, no, you can't kill this is my people. And he actually fought them off the best he could. And then he's actually guarding Annalise and not keeping her like secluded in a room.
Well, that makes about as much sense as the official version, honestly. Okay, what if, right, it is the crown of the King of Canehurst, and it's on the altar as, like, an offering. Like, look, we got them.
Okay.
But then you'd expect he would be offering, like, Annalise's mask or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it just shows that Alfred isn't very bright.
He's not, no.
He didn't think things through. Yeah. And it's probably not even the real crown. He probably realized, like, oh crap, I didn't take the mask, I don't have the crown. So he made, like, a fake crown with polymer clay and, like, put fake gems in it.
And then Ligarius's ghost is like, no, this is more valuable than the real crown because you made it for me.
Yeah. That's so sweet.
Do you think he dies at the altar because he puts the crown of illusions on there and Ligarius's ghost is like, what the fuck?
So he dies of embarrassment?
It just is like the worst follower I've ever had, and it just decapitates him.
Maybe. Possibly. What if he died because he forgot to eat his snacks?
When he was too focused on returning the crown that he forgot to eat anything.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, it's a long way all the way from Kindhurst to where he is.
How do you think he got back?
That's what I was just thinking.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be pretty awkward to be like, hey, I just killed your queen. Could your carriage service please take me back to Yarnum? Or...
It's like Uber for haunted carriages.
Maybe he swam.
Yeah, and then maybe he got hypothermia, and that's why he dies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll submit that to Reddit right now. A fitting end for the true villain of Bloodborne.
Oh my god, in one of the episodes of America's Next Top Model, the girls had to do a photo shoot in like freezing cold pool.
Right.
And I think one of the girls like got hypothermia or like came really close to it. The judging, like, you know, she did her best and she got a good picture. But at the judging, one of the judges was like, oh, she's so high maintenance. I don't know if they just added it in to, you know, so it just like, that's not the context, but it was literally like the girl got hypothermia. She's so high maintenance.
God.
Yeah. Okay. So, okay, cool. We figured that one out. Eileen the Crow.
Okay.
So I think with her, I would just like to talk about the arena where she actually attacks you.
The cathedral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It's a very good question. I have no fucking idea. She's just there. Like, what happens is, if you help her beat Henrik, you find her, like, collapsed outside the cathedral and the bloody crow is inside.
Uh-huh.
And she says, like, this is my prey, I'm hunting this is my battle, stay out of it. The implication is, like, she was wounded in a fight with him and she's, like, slumped at the doorway.
Yeah.
If you don't kill Henrik, then she is in the cathedral and she's blood drunk and she's, like, shouting for your blood.
Yeah.
So, and, like, Henrik is dead at this point. Because Henrik doesn't show up in the arena after that, he just disappears. So I think the idea is that she killed Henrik. And because, like, she killed Henrik on her own instead of with you, she, like, that tipped her over the edge in some way.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know why she goes to the cathedral, though. Like, it's possible that she gets blood drunk, so she goes to the cathedral because, like, the blood is in there.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Like, there's an altar there. I wonder if it calls to her.
Well, she says, like, a hunter's blood for me.
Mm-hmm.
And she talks about how, like, the hunt has to end. And, like, she's gonna, like, kill all the hunters. Maybe she kills the bloody crow.
Yeah.
Because she says, like, the hunt must die, the hunt must end, the hunters must die. So maybe, like, after she kills Henrik, that tips her over, and then she kills the bloody crow herself. And then she's completely mad at that point.
Because you don't meet the bloody crow after this?
No, the Bloody Crow only shows up if you help her fight Henry.
I guess she did kill him.
Maybe she did kill him. Yeah.
Huh.
And because she's blood drunk, like, she doesn't lose to him.
Yeah.
She's, like, strong enough to fight him. Yeah.
She's hardcore.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. What about Gilbert?
Gilbert fights you outside where Gilbert was asleep. Like, he just jumps out the window. I don't think there's a...
Do you think you startle him and he just jumps out and he's like, oh shit, I'm a beast! Oh no, I'm confused!
Well, no, he's already, like, broken out.
Oh, he's already broken out.
Yeah,
Really?
he's just crawling
Oh
around.
my god,
yeah.
you just gave me a false memory. I pictured Gilbert just jumping out of the window and scaring you.
So it's my fault you have a false memory now.
Yeah,
Okay.
I literally saw it.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I saw some more cut content. Maybe this was a vision. They're getting stronger.
They're getting stronger. That's not a thing, is it? Like, people who claim to be psychic predicting video game stuff. They're always bothering the police with, like, murder inquiries, but I think that you've hit on something. Yeah, you need to specialize as being, like, a psychic who predicts video game news.
Yeah. Jesus. Maybe that should be our next podcast.
Alright.
We'll just call it the Oracle.
Yep.
And they'll predict all the content in upcoming games.
Okay. I'm okay with that.
Richie, are you sure? You know, every time you pointed it out, when you have a stupid idea,
Yeah.
I turn it into reality. You should be very careful.
That sometimes helps, because you also turn, like all right ideas I have into reality.
Oh, that's true. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm a saint. Aw.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you be alive and be a saint? Apparently you can, and her name is Sin. Oh, such modesty. Okay. Imposter Yusefka.
Yep, you fight her. Guess where you fight her.
In Yusefka's clinic?
It's Josefka's clinic, I know.
That tells us that.
Just imagine.
So that tells us that she broke in there and is doing experiments in the clinic.
Did all the Celestials in the clinic count because they will eventually aggro?
What do you mean? What?
Because the Celestials in the clinic are NPCs.
Yeah.
And they will eventually fight you if you, like, bump into them enough times.
Yeah, but they're not sketchy. So they don't count.
Are you sure?
Yeah, they're just chill. They're chilling, doing their thing. One of them is just like staring at the moon and kind of slow dancing. Like, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, just don't bother them, that's all.
I'd say that they're already quite bothered at this point. You want to know something about Celestials that a lot of people miss?
Okay, what is it?
They say that Celestials have 6 fingers.
Do they?
They have 6 fingers on one hand and 7 fingers on the other hand.
Oh, snap! And?
Well, just like most people say, though, they just have 6 fingers on each hand, but it's 6 and 7.
Those casuals.
I know, imagine. Imagine thinking you have any right to speak at all if you haven't recorded hours of HD HUD-less footage with the monocular of the hands of a waddling blue mushroom person.
Yeah. That's what you need to do to platinum the game. The true platinum, you know?
Miyazaki's holy platinum trophy.
Yes.
You get it after producing hundreds of hours of podcasts. He awards it to you in person.
Okay. Jura.
We didn't finish talking about Yosefka.
Fosefka, not Yosefka.
Fosefka. I just call her the imposter.
But we're not supposed to talk about her, just her arena. That's the point. That's how this is different from other stuff we do.
Were we just talking about Alfred getting hypothermia?
Due to the arena that he's in at some point. The water arena. Maybe there was meant to be like a water level or a water boss fight with Alfred.
What if you can just run across the water like Moonside Lake, and we just never think to try?
I tried.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't work like that. I'm sorry.
Lance figured it out.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. He just turned off gravity.
Oh.
Maybe Alfred has, like, Lance's item he made that turns off gravity. No, and he's like, if you get vermin, right? So maybe he was like, I have to find a boss to kill to get a vermin. Right. So I can switch off gravity.
Yeah. There we go. Figured it out. Yes.
And he put the Crown of Illusions on the altar because he wants to have a better look at it. Because he knows it used to be a messenger headgear.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, snap. So Alfred is actually ahead of us all.
Yeah, Alfred is a data miner. And he's only killing Annalise because he wants to get, like, information about how her model works.
Oh my god, yes!
Yeah. We were wrong all along.
Alfred. The true hero of data mining.
Yeah.
Do you think Alfred has his own YouTube channel?
That's going on the $50 tier.
$5,000 tier, maybe.
$5,000 tier.
Fuck. The tier that gets me murdered. It better be good.
Yeah, the tier that's, like, really high, so it's money that can support your boyfriend on after you're murdered.
Yeah, exactly.
To help him pay rent.
Yeah.
Yeah. The life insurance tier.
Yeah, the life insurance tier. Oh my god, yes. Okay. So, as we were saying...
Yes.
Alfred is a... Alfred.
What do you mean, as we were saying, was a large chunk of audio just cut out?
Yes.
Because it was unbroadcastable even by our standards.
Yes. And then I said Alfred instead of Alfred, and then it's like, because he's friendly, you know, Alfred.
Well, it depends on who you are.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, so... Oh, Yosefka! That's who you wanted to talk about, but then I explained to you that we're talking about arenas, not the people.
But you want to talk about her arena, though, because we didn't.
Well, we did. It's the clinic.
No, but it's like a room in the clinic where she's operating.
Okay, fine. Mr. Attention to Detail. Talk about the room in the clinic.
It's just a room with, like, an operating table and, like, a chair you can strap people into. Mm-hmm. And she ends up on the operating table.
How ironic.
That is. A fitting end. A fitting end for imposter Yosefka. She murdered a lot of people and then was herself murdered. How ironic.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Is that all?
Yeah.
I mean, you insisted. I felt like you'd have something more to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can talk. There used to be a room under her. It got deleted.
Okay, what is it?
Before, like, Yosefka existed, and it was that old woman.
Right.
She lived in a room that's, like, under where you fight Yosefka.
Mm-hmm.
So there was just this, like, there was a door where, like, all the shelves are. And if you talked to the door, it worked like the door to the clinic. And the woman would talk to you through it, and you could get blood vials off her.
Interesting.
Yeah. And she doesn't, interestingly, like, she doesn't give you Yosefka's blood vial.
Was her name Yosefka?
Well, this is the thing, because I'm wondering at what point they decided Yosefka's blood vial was a thing. Because she doesn't give it to you.
Okay, but was her name Yosefka at that point?
We don't know what her name was. I think it's...
Well,
she's just
maybe
called
her
Old
name...
Woman.
Okay, well, maybe her name wasn't Yosefka. That's why she can't give you Yosefka's blood vials, because Yosefka as a name didn't exist yet.
Yeah, but you'd think she would give you, like, Old Woman's blood vial.
Yeah, but that's not marketable.
That's true.
Thank you.
What's next?
Let's see. Retired Hunter Jura.
Well, his arena is the entire of Old Yana.
Oh, that's deep. Why is that?
Because he's on a clock tower with a Gatling gun shooting you.
What does it tell us about him?
Well, it tells us that he's defending Old Yana by sitting in a clock tower with a Gatling gun. Shooting everyone who tries to get in.
You know what would be cool?
If you could join Jura and defend Old Yana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why can't you?
I don't know.
And then it's kind of like PvP, so you go into someone else's world, and you're there with Jura, and you have two guns, and you're shooting them.
Yeah. I when I first went there, I thought, oh, that's going to be the gimmick for this area. But you, like, agree to help when you choose to spare the beasts of Old Yana. Mm-hmm. It would unlock something where it would be like the Darkroot Garden or Aldrich Faithful or something, and you'd just be like, oh, someone's an Old Yana, ring, 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 and then you'd end up there, yeah.
But I guess not.
No.
Do you think they didn't think of it, or they just ran out of time?
I don't know. It's weirdly set up like it's going to happen, but it just never does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're 36 minutes in, and I'm just realizing how many NPCs there actually are in this game.
Well, we're only covering the sketchy or dangerous ones.
But, like, there's a whole lot of hostile ones.
Yeah.
What? Like, there's the guy underneath Jura's clock tower with a sword spear.
Oh, yeah, okay, let's talk about him. Go.
Let's talk about Jura's friend.
Yeah.
He's this guy who helps Jura. He's got a sword spear.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of the people that burned down Old Yana.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Okay. Okay, Walter, Master of the League.
But he's not, like, ever hostile to you.
He's sketchy! He has a bucket on his head with one hole.
I'll level with you.
Yeah?
Pretty much everyone in this game is sketchy.
Well, I make an executive decision. Walter, Master of the League. Go.
Imagine if you were in charge of the league. And it's like, we're just here to... we have to purge all the sketchy people. And they're like, who? And you're like, oh, I'll make an executive decision.
Yeah.
You equip a rune and they're just NPCs are just described as sketchy.
Yeah.
Only bearers of the rune can see sketchiness.
And if you kill Ludwig, you get like 10 runes. He's extra sketchy.
Yes, I don't trust him. And you don't get any for Alfred because you never see him murder Annalise. So it's just like a question mark.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, God. Okay. Walter is in a windmill.
But you know Walter has one hole in his bucket?
Yes.
I just had like a image like flash before my eyes.
Uh-huh.
Do you know those not funny, but I'm just ashamed. Okay. And then I had an image where it was like a zoom in and it was zooming out. So it was basically just Vulture with the bucket, but then you zoom in, it zoom in on the hole, and there's a straw coming out of the hole, right? And then it like zooms out, and what you see is this.
God.
It was unintentional. It was just an image. So you have the two cans attached to the side of the bucket, and the straw, but the straw goes into his like eye hole, but it actually doesn't go in his eye; it goes into his mouth.
Right. Okay. What would the cans be full of?
Blood, I guess.
Yeah.
Absinthe, maybe vodka.
Yeah.
Snacks. Maybe it's like snacks he put in a blender, and then he blends them, and then he puts.
This is going to be the next level as your laziness gets worse. You'll want snacks that are blended, so you don't even have to chew them.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll want Pop-Tarts blended into a paste that you can just suck up through a straw. Because chewing is too tiring.
Yeah, maybe. For the benefit of people who may not yet understand what we're talking about, can you describe it?
Isn't this patron only?
You know, we'll see. Because sometimes these things go for so long, and I'm like, this could actually be a full episode. And then it's like, oh, I can see some people who would want to listen to this while getting their dental treatment. So...
Okay. What Sin is describing is those hats that have beverage holders on the sides.
Yeah.
And straws coming out of them so you can drink out of a straw and not use your hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what the bucket really is. But he has an add-on that he hides whenever like somebody's around. He's like, oh shit, better hide it.
So this was a good discussion of Volta's Boss Arena. A character who is not a boss and does not fight you. His boss arena is a windmill.
What does it mean? Why is he in a windmill?
I don't know.
Maybe we should look into that.
Well, the League mostly seem to be like around Forbidden Woods. Because you get Volta's there, the Madaris twins are there, and Henrik's summon sign is there.
Uh-huh.
And like I guess you could say that because the Forbidden Woods are above the dungeons. And in that like part of the dungeons you sort of go into and there's all the little wriggling maggot things. Maybe those are vermin. Maybe they're in the Forbidden Woods to help stamp those out.
Mm-hmm. Do you think the windmill produces snacks? That's why he's there.
How would that work?
No, it blends the snacks because it's a windmill, right? It like crushes stuff. That's the paste we talked about earlier.
Is that what his whirligig saw is for? It's to blend things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To cut up snacks, to blend snacks, to make snack smoothies.
Well, no, yeah, because Volta's the beast eater. He does eat stuff. That's his whole thing.
Oh my god, yes! Yeah. Oh my god! Yeah. Oh, I feel so fulfilled. I feel like we figured it out.
Well, it's more that you made a series of bizarre jokes and they happened to line up with something we'd forgotten.
So he is a true worshipper of the Snack Covenant. Maybe the League is the Yarnum version. The League is the Yarnum branch of the Snack Covenant.
I like how that started with you banging something and then you stopped because you realized you weren't supposed to. You started banging. Oh shit! Better switch to clapping.
How did you know? Yeah. Uh-huh.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Thank you, Richie.
That's quite alright.
Do you want to cover the old Hunter NPCs, or should we do it another day?
No, I think we just carry on.
Yeah, you sure?
No, we'll just carry on. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Braydor, Church Assassin.
Well, he's fought in several different places, so this is going to get confusing.
Go on.
Well, he's fought in the fishing hamlet, where he invades you on 4 different occasions. And he's doing that because he's trying to stop you getting to Kos. And he's meant to be guarding the secret of the fishing hamlet. Mm-hmm. So he is invading you, but he is invading you from a cell he is in.
Right.
So Brador's like physical body is in the cell, and then he rings the bell and invades you in the hamlet. And his physical body is much older than the one that invades you. So he invades you. He's got like, he looks sort of in his like 30s. He's got like dark beard and dark hair. And then in the cell, he's much older, and his beard and hair are a lot more scraggly, and they've gone white. So I guess like the quote-unquote real Brador is the one in the cell. So the fishing hamlet is the arena, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite big.
Yeah.
What do you want to say about the fishing hamlet? An arena. Okay, so the places that he invades you on a bridge.
Yeah.
The bridge is kind of close to where you find Simon. And Simon says, like, Brador got me. So I guess Simon got on the bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Then you fight him. He appears, like, at the foot of some stairs. Like, if you go and explore the hamlet. If you go down to, like, the watery part, he invades you there. And then he invades you another 2 times in the tunnel system that lead to where Kos is.
Uh-huh.
And all that tells us is he's trying to stop you getting to Kos.
Okay.
And in his cell, it's a prison cell.
What does it tell us about him?
Well, it tells us one thing about him, which is that when you arrive, he invades you again in the corridor outside the cell. And the 2 church people outside are dead, so presumably he invaded and killed them, I guess. And I don't quite know why he did that, if he works for the church, why he would kill members of the church.
Maybe they knew a secret, so he had to.
So he killed them to protect the secret that they hired him to protect.
Yeah.
It's very thorough. That is like a really terrible but kind of plausible, like, badass ending for something. Where, like, you have to kill everyone who knows about it, and he's like, well, there's only one person who knows anymore, and it's you.
Yeah.
Nothing personal.
Did you know I made a really interesting prepare to lore?
Which one was that?
The one that's kind of about Simon.
Yeah.
I'm sure you heard it. It was very good. It was still back
before I ruined things.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
How did you know? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I put a lot of effort into that video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put a lot of effort into it. That was a long time ago. Now it's just this.
Yeah.
Then you discovered that the less effort you put in, the more popular it was.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
No, I discovered that people will listen to anything Richard Pilbeam says.
Well, I don't know how long you can milk that for. They might just realize, oh god, he's just full of shit.
But then it's kind of like, you realize that, but then it's like inertia, you know? Like, oh, well, you just can't stop watching. So, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Good.
So, anything else about Brador?
What about him or his arena?
Oh, his arena, sorry.
It's just a train wreck. His arena. One of his arenas is an entire town. And the other one is a prison cell.
Oh my god, that is Richie. Now that you say it, that's such a like juxtaposition.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he's old, and I guess real self is in a cell, but he's young, and invader self is in a town. So like,
Yeah.
like one is imprisoned and one is free.
But what if the town is a prison and the nightmare is a prison and everything's a prison?
Oh my god, so he's always imprisoned.
I think I've never seen anyone comment on the fact that the prison, the school, the hospital, and the church are the same building.
Wait. The prison?
The Grand Cathedral, right?
Yeah.
It's a church.
Right, yeah.
There's also a research hall there, so it's a school.
Yeah.
There's also the research hall's conducting medical experiments, so it's a hospital.
Yeah.
And underneath it is the prison, so it's also a prison.
Oh my god.
So all those sites of social control are in the same building.
That is so deep.
You listening, Aegon?
You want to do your next PhD on that?
That's what Aegon did his PhD on, and he never mentioned it.
Oh my god! So we're basically more I don't want to say intelligent because that's not true.
No, it's definitely not.
We're more something than Aegon.
Okay, the thing is he hasn't submitted yet, so there's still time for him to mention this.
Okay. Wait, what are you talking about? Aegon is doing his PhD on fish.
Yeah, but he's talking about like the way that social control is reproduced through those institutions.
Okay. Also, for those who don't know, Aegon... Well, I mean, if you're watching us, you should know Aegon. Otherwise, you should be very ashamed of yourself.
Well, didn't we have him on?
Yeah, we had him on, and he had us on, and I'm just saying his audience is a lot bigger than ours, so theoretically you should have heard of us from him.
Yeah.
Type deal, not the other way around.
Yeah.
Oh, did I tell you that my life was complete? I think it was 1 or 2 people. I think 1. I think the second one is just my brain imagining it. But one person was like, oh, hey, Sin, I'm so glad I found you. And through you, I found JSF. And I'm like, yes, I have surpassed the Lord of Lore.
Oh, thank God.
People are finding you through me. And I'm pretty sure I should take credit for all the new Twitter people you're getting.
That's true, yeah.
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 Yeah. You're welcome.
I did notice a lot of the people that follow me now, they follow you and me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My brain is going through a phase right now where it's like, should this be put on Patreon? Should this be put on YouTube? Or is it too stupid for any medium? Like, it's just conflicted. It doesn't know. Okay. So, anything else about Brador? But you know what's interesting? That when you encounter Brador in his cell, he doesn't even attack you. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
It's like, whatever.
Yeah.
I like him. That's like one of my favorite NPCs. Like, he's like, ding, 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 what up? Ding, 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 I don't care. Ding, 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 ding.
It's like the end of Batman vs. Superman.
What?
The end of Batman vs. Superman. Lex Luthor goes going, ding, 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 ding.
Oh, I don't remember.
Well, yeah, in that case it was stupid. But in Bloodborne, it's very ominous.
Yeah, I kind of dozed off, like, and like I was like in and out mentally when I was watching it, you know?
Yeah.
I don't think it was very good.
What makes you say that?
I don't know. But like the thing is, it's like I really like action movies and I appreciate like not very good action movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I appreciate action movies, so I like a lot of them. That being said, even for me, like, you know, like Suicide Squad, Batman versus Superman, Batman, like, it's just not, I don't know, it's like, I don't know. Like, I feel like I wouldn't watch those movies again, you know? Yeah. And I watched Equilibrium like 10 million times. It's like one of my favorite movies, and it's...
How many times have you seen Ultraviolet with Mila?
Okay, even that I've seen a couple of times, because I love Mila. Like, I'll be honest. Yeah, so, you know...
I own Ultraviolet and the Ultraviolet anime that almost no one knows
Oh,
exists.
that's something we'll have to watch and do a podcast on.
We will.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's like... It's more like, you know, Ultraviolet is like, oh, it's a guilty pleasure, because it's like... It has a couple of good scenes, and it has Mila, and it's like cheesy and whatever, and it doesn't make sense, but you know, like I feel like Superman and like all those other ones, they're kind of like dull or something. I don't know.
They're trying to be epic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
And they weren't able to finish it.
But you know the Michael Keaton Batman movies? I really love those.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're like funny.
So anyway, the Brador's Boss Arena.
Do you think Brador likes action movies?
Probably. Although he does give that like philosophical speech at the end.
What does he say?
Oh, he's like, nothing changes, such is the nature of man.
Oh. I think he's referencing Fallout 3.
Ah.
War never changes.
What about Metal Gear Solid 4?
What does that say?
War has changed.
No.
Yeah.
Shit, I just stabbed the table again and my boyfriend's giving me a look.
Yeah.
My love, it wasn't me, it was Richie. He was tapping on the table.
I didn't even look at you until you mentioned I was looking at you.
Okay, so, yeah, no, if Fallout 3, if God Howard endorsed War Never Changes, then War Never Changes.
He didn't write that. That's from... Like,
no, that's what I said, endorsed. Did I say right?
Okay.
Did I say right?
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. My boyfriend's being a heretic. He's like, God Howard isn't God anymore. Whatever, boyfriend. Did I tell you that Fallout is like how my boyfriend and I met, kinda?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Because you had War Never Changes in your, like, profile somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he messaged me. He was like, oh my god, is that a Fallout 3 quote? And I'm like, boom, soulmates. Biggest mistake of his life.
I'm beginning to know how he feels, yes.
Okay, so, anything else about Brador?
No.
And I think, okay, well, one last NPC as listed in the Meph's wiki. Ludwig's head.
Okay. Does that seem sketchy to you?
That's very sketchy.
What part of it?
All of it!
What about the corpse in the room with Ludwig? Does that count as an NPC who's sketchy?
But he's not sketchy and he's chill. He's like, hey,
He
what's
doesn't
up?
seem
Welcome
much-
to the arena.
He doesn't say that at all, though.
He's like, hey, what's up? Welcome to the arena, Sin. You're the best. You're also an oracle and you make the best lore.
Yeah, there are no Souls NPCs that give you a pep talk before a fight. That's always trying to intimidate you.
They do to me because they know I'm a pro.
Yeah, yeah. To be
Yeah.
honest, if there was just like the pursuer shows up, but then this other character's like, try your best. You can do it.
Yeah. Well, in my game, the pursuer is actually like, try your best, Sin. You can do it.
In the Dendy version.
Yeah. He's actually not a boss. He's like, you know, like that sprite thing with Link that goes, listen, listen.
Nevi.
Yeah. Well, I have
Yeah.
like a mini pursuer that does that in my Dark Souls game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
And sometimes he fights bosses for me.
Yeah.
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 Mhm. So, Ludwig's head. What does what does the arena tell us about his head? Was that Ingrid?
That was Ingrid going like, shut up. Stop.
Oh shit! Oh my god! Oh god, I just got so scared.
What?
Because the big headphones are on the side and they fell, but they fell on me and it was so scary.
So Ludwig's head.
Yeah.
Well, after defeating Ludwig, his head falls off and it talks to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does it tell you?
That he hopes that the church hunters are going well.
And what do you say?
And if you say yes, he's like, oh, that's a relief.
Yeah, everything's fine. Yarnum's great. Yeah. Healing Church is doing great. Yeah.
It's all good. Yeah. And if you don't, he's like, it sounds like you, actually.
Oh my god, does he go?
When you start, you're not quite sure what to say, so you just make noise. It's just why you're obsessed with Ludwig.
Because what he actually says, do you think he says nonsense? But he goes, I killed Maria, but you can't prove it.
Ah, yes,
yes.
You understand his strange language.
Yes, exactly.
So that's what the boss arena tells us about the boss's severed head.
Yeah.
It's that it makes a strange noise.
Yeah.
Patreon.
Well, maybe YouTube. We don't know that. It's gonna be like a Russian roulette thing, you know?
Oh.
Because I still have like 8 podcasts to edit before I get to this one.
Mm-hmm.
So, we'll see. Maybe maybe you should do like a survey on Twitter being like, we have recorded an unlistenable podcast. Do we delete it? No, but this is extra unlistenable. So do we delete it? Do we put it on Patreon or do we put it on YouTube? And let's see what people say. We'll see what people say.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess that's it. Do the outro?
No, it's not.
That's it! What else do you want?
Edgar.
Who?
Edgar.
Oh no, we
Mensis.
forgot about Edgar. He was in main game though.
You forgot about the Madaris twin? You forgot about Henrik?
How? I was following Meph's wiki. How did I forget about Edgar?
Well, because Meph's wiki's not designed specifically for this podcast.
Oh no! You're right, they're not on this page. Where are they? Because it says NPCs and they're not here.
Probably because they're hostile and you can't talk to them.
Where do these people hang out in Meph's wiki?
They're probably just like hostile hunters. I don't know, I'll go and check.
Okay, let's see. Hostile.
Richard, read a wiki for me. Read a wiki for me while I sit here going.
Oh my god, and we forgot the little Mergo servants?
You forgot. What? They're not NPCs.
Well, neither are Edgar, apparently. Hunter enemies. Okay, perfect.
You missed out quite a lot.
Oof.
Thing is, I knew you had missed them. And I was like, should I tell her? So then we'll end. And I'm like, if I don't tell her, there's going to be a whole lot of comments going, actually, you forgot.
Okay.
The guy with the rifle spear outside Yahagel. Actually. And, prior to this point, the podcast was extremely professional. So I don't know why you've fallen so far.
We forgot Henrik. We talked about him, but I forgot. I'll take responsibility for this. I completely forgot all these fucking hunters.
Well, we can do them quickly.
No. What we're gonna do, because it's already been an hour. Richie, I got this. This is going to be part 1 of Sketchy NPCs.
Sketchy NPCs.
Yeah, part 1 of Sketchy NPCs. Boss Arenas.
So I like how you've decided what this is like called and that it's part 1 after we finished it.
Yeah.
Degree of revisionism I'm not comfortable with.
So now you can do the outro and then we talk about the rest of them another time. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna give people something to look forward to.
God. Well, my apologies for you having just sat through, what is it, Sketchy NPCs Part 1?
Yeah. No, Sketchy NPC Arenas Part 1.
Sketchy NPC Arenas Part 1. An exhaustive look at some rooms with some people in them. And then we talked about Alfred going swimming. And certain people as sketchy.
We deciphered what Ludwig's head is actually saying.
Well, do you know how Willem has that cut babbling dialogue?
Yeah.
Do you think that's all? That does sound like you trying to talk sometimes. Where he's like...
Yeah, so basically he talks fine. It's just like when you arrive, he doesn't want to talk to you. So he's like... He's making fun of you, essentially. That's what I do. Sometimes I use my made-up language to make fun of someone, where it's like, oh yeah, well, this is what you sound like, you know? So that's what he's doing. He's just imitating you.
That'll get you far in professional situations.
When your boss is like, we really need to talk about your performance, and you're like, oh yeah?